Well, some final lines here for the first two pitchers for Charleston. Sumler, 3 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts on 66 pitches. Tad Dean, 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run, which was earned. A walk and a strikeout on 15 pitches.
Back to the top, Andrew. We need to keep putting the pressure on these guys.
As things stand now, Dean, the pitcher of record for that third run that came in, so he is on the hook for the loss as our score stands. Jimmy Losh takes ball 1 down low. Top of the Marauder lineup here in the bottom of the 6th. Losh, Taylor, and Caulfield set to hit. It'll be the top of the order for the Golden Eagles when we get to the top of the 7th inning. And it's 2-0 on Jimmy Losh. Losh 1 for 2, a single, a walk, and a run scored. He had a bunt base hit back in the 4th.
One of them ones that give to you, may as well take it.
Now Losh drives this one to left field. Hale, a few steps over towards his right, and he makes the catch.
And just for general conversation too, we had to cut the roster to 25 active players. There's 30 in the dugout, but only 25 can play, and they have to be listed and named and told and all that stuff. You can change them from weekend to weekend, but it's tough telling some of our guys.
Yeah, certainly, and there's plenty of talent on both these rosters that goes past those 25 guys where in a normal regular season you would want those contributions.
You would. It's tough.
Here's Brent Taylor. He's 0 for 3, and he skies this one to center. Not well hit. And Taylor will fly out to center field for the second time. He's now 0 for 4. 0 for 4 with a ground out to first and a pair of flyouts to center and a pop-up to short. Hasn't really hit one on the nose yet.
Nope, but that's coming.
Well, 2 quick outs now for Thomas Caulfield. He's 1 for 2, a single, a run scored, and a walk.
Take a pitch.
And Jerva threw a full inning now as Caulfield ropes that one into right center field. Big turn at first for Caulfield. He's going to put on the Jets. Relay to second is not in time. It's a hustle double for Thomas Caulfield, and that's his 20th double of the season. First Marauder ever to hit 20 doubles in back-to-back years.
Tip your cap to that. Running hard out of the box in scoring position for Mr. RBI, Sam Morris.
Well, congrats there to Caulfield as he gets his name in another mark in program history with his 20th double of the year.
I see his mom and his brother. I don't see his pop. Usually his pop's over down there on the left side.
Well, now another runner in scoring position for Sam Morris. He's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. He's driven in 2 runs. He's scored 1, so he's accounted for all 3 runs on the board for the Marauders.
Go, Sam. Have a day.
And the first pitch to Morris. Breaking ball, chopped to the left side, going to be a tough play. And it'll be an infield single for Morris. He's 4 for 4 as Carosis had no chance to get him at first. No RBI, but how about that? 4 hits in 6 innings for Sam Morris.
Think he'll play tomorrow? Think they'll put him in the lineup tomorrow?
I haven't questioned a single decision Coach Sheehan has made in my 2 years here. If Sam Morris is not in the lineup tomorrow, I would question that greatly.
Yeah, see. Sam.
Pretty hard to sit a guy who went 4 for 4.
Yeah. He might run here too, no?
Yeah, Soltis at the plate, runners at the corners. And the first pitch to Keegan is fouled off.
Right on it. This all started with a hustle 2 double by Thomas.
A 1-run lead far from safe against the Charleston team that has hit 80 home runs in the season, and they throw it away trying to pick off Morris. Caulfield comes in to score. It's a 4-2 Marauder lead. Morris to second. And the errant pickoff throw comes back to hurt Jerva.
Heaving it down the right field line.
So Caulfield has now scored 2 out of the 4 Marauder runs.
That's an E1, right? Is that how that's scored? E1. I don't know if you get charged with an earned run with that. Oh, yeah. I guess if you cause it, you get it. Unearned, yeah.
Unearned there for Jerva. Now another runner in scoring position for Soltis, who's behind 0-1.
Ooh.
And that's going to hit him. Up and in, right off the shoulder. Bill Reuter follows Soltis down the line.
He didn't even think about going out there.
No.
No, I don't know.
Little preemptive there, maybe.
Yeah. I was worried about him getting hurt because that was pretty high.
Yeah, and I think that's just frustration for Jerva. He airmails the pickoff throw and then tries to reach back a little extra after that and goes up and in.
Whacks the hitter.
Big shift to the pull side for Kohlhauser. 0 for 2, walked his last time up. Morris retreats a little bit at second base, and ball 1 missing down low.
The crowd went, ooh.
Here's the 1-0. Fouled back, 1-1 on Hauser. Millersville now with 11 hits in this game to Charleston's 8.
Oh, got a timeout. One of them things I complained about when I was pitching coach. There ain't no timeouts.
You can take an offensive timeout. It's a thing now.
You actually can take an offensive timeout. I've seen some of the old Chad from Westchester. He'd bring the whole team over there.
Yeah, you're just trying to keep everyone involved.
Hell yeah. Pitching coach.
Yeah, you get a timeout. You get a timeout. You get
get
a timeout.
Yeah,
everyone look under your seats. There's a timeout waiting for you.
Thought we were speeding up the game.
Charleston will have a meeting on the mound now with a 1-1 count for Hauser, who can't go back over and talk to Coach Sheehan. He'd be charged for a second offensive timeout.
Isn't that something? They can have a huddle out there, but I can't talk to him.
You kind of figure if someone uses the timeout, that would give you the right to do whatever you feel like doing during their timeout. But that's not how the rules work.
Be a good time. Can you get a score? I don't got a score here.
Let's see. We are, good time to score check. Mercyhurst leading 3-1 in the 6th inning over East Stroudsburg. So ESU finally got on the board in the bottom of the 5th over in the other half of the regional. Of course, Seton Hill, ESU, Mercyhurst, and Shippensburg in that part of the regional. On the 4-team side, we have the 3-team side here at Cooper Park with, of course, the Marauders, Charleston, and Westchester.
Come on, Cole. You're like the light bill. You do. There we go.
Hauser, hard hit to third, but an easy play for Martinez, who takes it to the bag himself. 5 unassisted, retires the side. Millersville gets a pair of hits and scores a big insurance run on the errant throw after the Caulfield hustle double. He's now scored 2 of the 4 runs for the Marauders, who lead it by 2 as we head to the 7th inning.
Did you know more than 50,000 student athletes compete in NCAA championships at more than 800 sites across the country each year? Don't miss out on witnessing the next great moment in sports history. Find a championship near you by visiting ncaa.com/games.
Carson Kalina back out to get things started here in the 7th inning. Kalina has scattered 8 hits so far, giving up the 2 runs. Both of them came in the 2nd inning on 88 pitches. Drew Klassener set to lead off. Top of the order for the Golden Eagles. Klassener, Dellerman, and West due up. 0-1 now on Drew. 0 for 3 in the game, a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out.
This young man has not stopped hacking since he walked in the box 5 hours ago. He's a hacker. As a coach, you love a guy like him.
Hasn't worked out for him today. He's a combined 0 for 8 between the game earlier and this game right now.
I take him on my team just the way he goes after it.
Up high, 1-2. Kalina now north of 90 pitches.
You got to think whoever we got standing on the bump there is ready to go.
Inside, 2-2, missed with the breaking ball. Yeah, at this point, as we were talking about during the break, he probably has a leash of a base runner, and then they're going to likely make a change. Grounded back up the middle and past Kalina. Leadoff single for Klassener, and the 0-for is over for him.
Catcher number 31, Tyler Dellerman.
And now 93 pitches for Kalina, who has just given up his 9th hit of the game. Here's Tyler Dellerman, the Mountain East Athlete of the Year. 0 for 3, a pair of flyouts, and a strikeout.
Got to be very, very careful of this guy.
In the dirt for ball 1.
This is your last guy, Carson. You got to know that. You need to empty the tank on this fella right here.
In safely at first is Klassener.
Coach Sheehan trusts him. Tell you that, because a lot of coaches would have yanked him after that first guy got on base, regardless of who's ready to go out there.
Fouled straight back, 1-1.
See it high, let it fly. That boy took a rip.
And Dellerman hitting .366 on the year. He has missed just 1 game all season. And he pops that one up. Into right center field. Sam Morris gives way to Chase Simmons, who makes the catch for out number 1.
Big out. Go get him, Coach. Go get him, Coach.
First baseman number 7, Kyle West.
Well, it looks like they'll leave him in to face Kyle West. Tying run at the plate. West, a .402 average this season, 22 homers, 20 doubles, and here comes John Sheehan. So it was just a little delay on the hook here for Kalina. 6 1/3 on 96 pitches. Millersville will make a call to the bullpen for the first time as Kalina really settled in after that 2nd inning and pitched one of his better games of the season against a real potent lineup in Charleston.
Got to tip your hat to the young man. Pressure situation. He gave us a chance to win. We got 1 out in the 7th inning. Good job, Carson. That's why you're a Friday guy for us all year long.
Well, Kalina will exit. It's a call to the bullpen for the Marauders when we come back.
Now pitching for Millersville, number 43, Nate Young.
Nate Young, the arm out of the bullpen for the Marauders. 16 appearances, that's the second most on the team. A 2.91 ERA and a 2-0 record with 3 saves for Young. 21 and 2/3 innings of work this year. 32 strikeouts to just 6 walks. Opponents hitting an even 200 against Nate. And he'll have the Mountain East Athlete of the Year and Kyle West at the plate. Or excuse me, that was Dellerman, but West leading the Mountain East in most offensive categories. 46 extra base hits out of his 74 hits. So he's only hit 8 singles all year.
Really?
Which is remarkable in its own right.
That's quite the statistic.
Hitting .402 with only 8 singles. Extra base hit machine in West. He's 1 for 3 in this game with an opposite field single. And he cuts through the slider, 0-1.
Coach says, now you've seen it.
Tying run at the plate, 1 out and a runner at first. That's Klassener who singled up the middle.
He's got a few strikeouts, though, 39.
Fouled back, 0-2.
Now this has to be off the plate, and we've got to hope for a wave or something at it, but cannot be a strike. I don't like that shift. Talk about laying it down. There we go.
And he does get the wave. A strikeout of West. Nate Young gets a strikeout hit against the first batter he faces. How's that for a wave?
Wow. Well, it wasn't on the plate. That was good.
Here's Andre Martinez, who's 1 for 3. Singled back in the second inning.
So I don't think he could hit that with 2 bats.
That one doesn't come back enough. Ball 1 outside to Martinez. And now 20 combined hits in this game. 11 by Millersville, 9 by Charleston.
And Nate won't overpower you, but Nate can pitch. He's another one of them guys that can, he knows his craft. He knows his role.
And the 2-0 fouled away, 2-1. Yeah, plenty of good bullpen arms out there for the Marauders. Evan Rochelle, another good lefty option.
At some point, you might see Chris come in and let him see 95. He was.
And Chris Perazzi, Harry Prince, a couple other notable arms out there. In the air to right center field. Simmons over into the gap, the call, and the catch to retire the side. Nate Young comes in, gets the 2 batters he needs to close the line on Kalina. Carson's final line, 6 1/3, 9 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts on 96 pitches. It's time to stretch at Cooper Park. Bottom of the 7th and the bottom third of the order due up for the Marauders, Williams, Seibert, and Simmons.
Number 44, Matthew Williams.
Williams now leading off for the third time in 4 at-bats today. 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts so far.
Attaboy.
Ball 1 missing up high to Matthew.
Attaboy.
2-0, same spot. Austin Jerva still out on the mound. Inning and a third thus far on 16 pitches. He has allowed 3 hits already, 1 run, which is unearned. And Williams with a drive to straightaway center field. Herrera back, and he has plenty of room. The wind's blowing in. And that one just died up in the wind.
Went out there to die.
John Seibert.
And the wind really picking up now, going from left to right across the field. Well, 1 down for John Seibert. An RBI bunt single his last time up with the bases loaded. He was the first batter that Jerva faced, and he greeted him with that bunt hit. Breaking ball just missed, 1-0.
Anything up in the air from right center to right will carry. There's a lot of room from the center fielder to the foul line. It's like, look at him, he's going that way. Nobody at second base. It just looks open. Any word on the PGA? Any sleepers coming up? Anybody seen a score? Who's up?
Swing and a miss by Seibert, 1-2.
Sweeper.
Haven't followed it yet, so.
Yeah, I was wondering just to see who, the early score. It's Thursday. Attaboy.
Down and away. They appeal to first. No, says Bobby Lynn. 2-2 now on Seibert.
I got a great story for Bobby Lynn when we get a second. It happened up in Mansfield against Harry.
Well, they abandoned the shift a little bit, and Seibert, though, down on strikes for the second time. So what's this about Bobby Lynn?
Well, Bobby Lynn was the home plate umpire up in Mansfield, and there was frost on the field. And once you start the game, it belongs to the umpire. The coach can call the game until the first pitch is thrown. So Bobby told Harry, he said, "Harry, you shouldn't start this game." He said, "We can't play out here. It's frost out there." He goes, "We'd never play up here if we don't play in this condition."
Mm-hmm.
So Harry started the game, 1 pitch. Bobby called the game, suspended the game, said send everybody home, and Harry was ejected for the next game. It was great.
1-2 now on Simmons.
There was another guy up there. I can't think of his name. Might have been Joe Volpe, kind of the guys that come out of the West.
And Simmons fouls it off. He'll stay alive.
Yep. Harry was a piece of work. When you took a 4-hour bus trip to turn you around and say it feels no good.
Here's another 1-2 on the way. Simmons pops it up right side, out of play.
Make a mistake on the inner half to Chase. It'll leave the yard.
Yeah, singled his first time up, struck out each of his last 2 plate appearances. And another 1-2.
Attaboy.
Up high, 2-2.
He struck out a couple times today, but he seems to be seeing the ball, picking the ball up better today. His at-bats have been better.
Up high, full count.
Last year, he would have swung at that last year.
Yeah, certainly. Some big adjustments for Simmons from 2022 to 23.
And saves a lot of hits out in center field. A lot of them.
Payoff pitch on the way. Called strike 3. Simmons down on strikes for the third time. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Jerva as he sets down the Marauders in order here in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 4-2 Millersville lead. We head to the top of the 8th inning.
And our corporate partners, Aflac, Axe, Buffalo Wild Wings, Buick, Dick's Sporting Goods, Great Clips, Intuit TurboTax, Invesco, LG, Marriott, Nabisco, Nissan, Pizza Hut, Reese's, and Wendy's. Their support enhances the NCAA championships and the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes. Leading off for Charleston in the top of the 8th, left fielder number 54, Clay Hale.
Hale, Herrera, and Russ due up here in the top of the 8th inning against Nate Young. Got the final 2 outs on just 4 pitches. As he came in relief of Carson Kalina, he gets a swing and a miss here from Hale, who's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles.
5, 6, and 7.
Oh, and 2. Took a wave at it.
Well, I'm not sure I'd throw a fastball.
If I was Nate Young, I would never use my fastball.
Not
you've got a slider like that.
Against these lefties. Anyway.
This fastball is another competitive pitch, but if people are waving and missing by 2 or 3 feet, stick with what's working.
Right. If you throw a fastball, you got to elevate it above his hands, right? Got it.
Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Now might not be a bad time to try it. They doubled down going away with the breaking ball there.
Win the even count. Hard to throw a breaking ball 2-2.
And he holds up a full count. 0-2 to 3-2 for Hale.
Because now you might have to throw a fastball so you don't walk him.
And the payoff pitch from Young.
Oh,
Got
boy.
him to chase outside. Second strikeout for Nate Young.
Got away with that one.
Center fielder number 5, Hector Carrion Herrera.
Here's Carrion Herrera. Entered the game back in the 3rd inning. He's walked and flown out to left field. Charleston down 2, down to their final 5 outs. Outside for ball 1. Should Millersville hold on and win this game, they will play Westchester tomorrow at 1 p.m., and that would essentially start a best-of-3 series with 1 game tomorrow. And then the first game on Saturday would start at 11, and if we need the following game, then there would be a doubleheader on Saturday, as we would be starting a best 2 out of 3. If Charleston mounts a comeback here in the final innings, then they would have a rematch against Westchester tomorrow. Young trying to battle back behind 3-0.
Ooh, wow.
And everything looked like he was about to call that a strike. The hand moved, had the trigger ready. Ball 4.
Number 11, Carter Rust.
So Herrera works the walk. First walk issued by Young. And I do think the pitch was outside, but you can't indicate that much and then change your mind.
All right, now we need a ground ball.
And here's Carter Rust. 2 for 3, a pair of singles, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike.
That's a big breaking ball right there.
And the 0-1. Fouled straight back, 0-2. Drew Beckner on deck. Young glances over at first, and the 0-2. In the air to left field. Bren Taylor going back at the track, and he'll make the catch 2 steps shy of the wall.
Wow, that was close.
Long second out for Nate Young, and that'll bring up Drew Beckner.
Designated hitter number 23, Drew Beckner.
Beckner 1 for 3, an RBI single back in the second inning.
Pinch hitter.
They will instead pinch hit for Beckner. It'll be Braden McAllister on to pinch hit.
Pinch hitting for Charleston, number 17, Braden McAllister.
That's the DH spot.
McAllister started 43 games. He appeared in 51, hitting .267. He squares around a bunt and pulls back. They snap behind the runner at first, and the tag just a hair late as Herrera got back in safely.
Good throw, Big John. He kind of double pumped. Probably had him if he just threw it.
And McAllister, plenty of speed, 24 of 25 in stolen bases. That's why he looked like he was about to try to bunt his way aboard. Fouled off, 1-1. Popped up. Seibert over towards the net, and he runs out of room, just out of play.
I just heard from my friend Nolan Nyman down, used to coach here. He's down in Florida. Not sure exactly where he coaches a high school team down there, but he's had some pretty good success with some of the clubs down that way.
Here's another 1-2 from Young, again fouled back, and a little bit on the series history here, Millersville and Charleston. They've met 4 times since 2018. It's an even 2-2 split. However, most of those have come in regional action. Millersville eliminated Charleston in 2018 and 2021, but last year it was the other way around with the Golden Eagles bouncing the Marauders back in 2022. So a lot of postseason experience between these two teams. As that one's in the air to left field, pretty straight away for Bren Taylor this time. And Taylor makes the catch to retire the side. A pair of flyouts to left after the walk to Herrera. One left stranded in the 8th for Charleston. Still a 4-2 Marauder lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Top of the order due up for Millersville here in the home half of the 8th inning against Austin Gerva. Jimmy Losh, Bren Taylor, and Thomas Caulfield, a trio of all PSAC East selections, will bat here against Gerva. Losh 1 for 3, a single, a walk, and a run scored, a pair of flyouts for the second baseman. Again, they put 3 infielders on the right side, but the third baseman Martinez is playing even with the bag at third after the bunt single Losh had earlier in the game.
My friend Nolan down in Florida said, "You're sounding real good, Andrew." He said, me not so much.
Oh, well, much appreciated there. Chief, you're the glue that holds it together.
Come on now.
2-0 on Losh.
It's all on Ethan. Followed by Georgia.
Losh ropes that one, but right there into the shift for Klassener, and the 4-3 putout retires Jimmy Losh.
Left fielder number 17, Bren Taylor.
Here's Bren Taylor, 0 for 4 in the game, 3 times out in the air and 1 time a ground out.
Don't think you got him solved because you put one in the zone that will leave the yard.
And Taylor, 23 extra base hits on the year, a .415 average overall. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Taylor. Inside corner.
First time that's been called all day. Kind of like Visa. He's everywhere.
That was probably a ball off on the inside of the plate, too. There's been a lot of pitches a lot closer that haven't been called, as Taylor chops that one foul, 2-2.
So Nolan finished his conversation with me to say he's from Manatee High School in Bradenton.
Oh, yeah.
Is that your way?
Yeah, that's not too far. It's within a half hour of where I'm at down in Sarasota.
Wow. All these West Coast Florida guys.
It's the place to be, evidently.
Apparently.
It's only like 95 degrees down there right now. Taylor, line drive right field, and there's the first hit of the game for Bren Taylor.
You knew it wouldn't take too long. 1B.
Shortstop number 13, Thomas Caulfield.
That brings up Thomas Caulfield. 2 for 3, a pair of runs scored and a walk.
I'd like to get another one right here. Guy's got to get his ear thing going on. He's got that thing on the back of his vest. Shortwave radio.
And a pitch out on the first pitch. Looked like Dellerman was ready to jump out of the squad anyhow.
Yeah.
Don't think there was any intention of that being a strike. I think they were looking to see if Bren Taylor would take off. Caulfield, ground ball through the right side. Back-to-back singles. Bren Taylor round second. He'll get into third. And the Marauders will have runners on the corners with just 1 out.
All right, we got to hit the ball in the outfield here.
Right fielder number 32, Sam Morris.
That brings up Sam Morris. He's 4 for 4 with 4 singles, 2 runs driven in, and a run scored. He's accounted for 3 out of the 4 Marauder runs. Looking to tack on a big-time insurance run here heading into the 9th.
Another pitching change, is it? or just we're going to yap it up for like a week and a half out there?
Well, they haven't made a signal to the bullpen yet.
I think.
Now I must have missed it, as we do have someone jogging in from the Charleston bullpen, so that will be a pitching change for the Golden Eagles with runners on the corners.
Turned around, went back. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, he was.
he says, I ain't playing.
He was basically on the foul line in left field jogging out.
I don't know if the people are listening. John Shea probably get charged with a timeout because he brought everybody together. Holy cow.
Let's get on the same page here, folks.
Yeah, what are you doing, Coach?
You're stalling, but the guy you want to bring into the game is already out on the field. Okay, so they're going to leave Jerva in. Whoever was jogging in from the bullpen will have to retreat.
And I guess Coach got charged, so he says, I'm going to bring the herd over here, and we're going to have a conference.
Yeah, if you already got charged for it, might as well.
Why not? I've never seen it. He ran in 30 feet from the bullpen, turned around, said, I'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah, that was a quick about face. Going back to the – he pivoted and 180'd it right back.
He's my hero. I don't know who it was, but he's my hero.
Oh, man. Weird.
Judge Reuter, he's still writing stuff down. He can't figure out what was going on either. The home plate umpire. He's going, oh, my word.
And it looks like we're ready to get rolling now. Taylor at third, Caulfield at first. Let's see what Morris can do at the plate. He does square around a bunt. He pulls back. Caulfield will take second.
I got a question. What would happen if he crossed the foul line, Ethan? Would he be in the game, or what would happen then?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Infield in now for Charleston. A 1-0 count on Morris. And the pitch. Popped up right field. Shallow right field. Rust coming in, and that's going to drop a fair ball inside the line. Taylor in from third. Right behind him is Caulfield. It's a 2-run double for Sam Morris, and he's 5 for 5 in the game.
Can you believe it? Pick to click, 5 for 5.
4 RBI game for Sam Morris, and the Marauders lead it by 4.
That's a double.
Third baseman number 10, Keegan Soltis.
Make that 3 straight hits for Millersville.
Still only 1 out.
Another runner in scoring position for Soltis. He's 1 for 3 hit by a pitch his last time up. That was after Jerva had an errant pickoff throw that allowed Caulfield to score back in the 6th. Right after the errant throw, he plunked Soltis with the first pitch he threw back towards the plate.
And at this point, they're just leaving this poor fella out there. And I guess with a bigger lead, we'll probably run Nate right back out there, right? Because they got more lefties to come up.
Now, you'd imagine. Nate Young at 22 pitches, likely has some more left in the tank. Jerva's now approaching 50 pitches.
I wonder if you really burn Nate and burn him for tomorrow and Saturday. I don't know. Got to win this game though. You got to get to tomorrow in the win column.
Up high, 3-0 to Soltis. Yeah, Morris 5 for 5, 4 runs driven in, 1 run scored. That might be the best pick to click of all time.
I love it. Wow.
And a 4-pitch walk for Keegan Soltis.
I'm not picking anybody the rest of the year. Not after that.
You're not going to be able to do better. You can't top that, really.
No, so we'll just kind of deal with that. It's got to be a pitching change now, right?
Yes. That'll be it for Jerva as they have the second mound visit of the inning. He'll exit after 2 2/3 and 49 pitches of work in his relief outing.
Now pitching for Charleston, number 40, Andrew Pawling.
Don't need money with a face like that, do ya? Big black boots, long brown hair. She's so sweet with that black stare. Well, like I say, you're hungry. But you live that life. No, we ain't got much to say.
Pinch runner for Millersville at first base, number 7, Dale Hauser. And now batting, number 15, Cole Hauser.
Well, the new pitcher is number 40, Andrew Gormley. He'll take over on the mound with 1 out and 2 runners aboard. Cole Hauser at the plate. Dale Hauser pinch running at first base for Keegan Soltis, and Sam Morris out on second after his 2-run double. And the first pitch on the way to Cole, up high for ball 1.
I guess JT come in and play third base, huh?
That would be my assumption, is that we would see Justin Taylor enter in the top of the 9th. And the 1-0. Just low. 2 balls, no strikes on Hauser. 0 for 3 in the game with a walk.
Young Mr. Gormley not happy with that call.
Hauser with a drive to left field, sending Hale over towards the line, and it's out of play.
Into and out of the bullpen, down the hill where the pizzas come from.
The pizzas we readily enjoyed in between games. Oh, no, those were from Nino's. Never mind.
Oh, and there's 4 of them. We got a lot of pie back here.
Don't worry, that'll go home with
everybody.
Yeah, they won't be there by the time we clear out.
As we say in Italian, I beats a leash. I bet you didn't know that the Italian word for pizza is beats.
No, I did not.
Yeah, see?
Tapped foul, 2-2 now on Cole. Millersville with a run in the first, run in the third, the 5th and the 6th, and now finally a 2 spot here in the bottom of the 8th. Charleston with their 2 runs, both coming in the 2nd. Millersville with 14 hits to Charleston's 9. And the 2-2. Gets down by Dellerman. Both runners try to go, and they'll get their extra base. Dellerman, who's been catching all day in the doubleheader.
Yeah. That's a warrior back there. $18 innings, gimp leg, player of the year. You can see why.
Infield in now for the Golden Eagles. Morris at third, Hauser at second. And now the walk to Kohlhauser will load the bases. Back-to-back walks issued by Charleston.
First baseman number 44, Matthew Williams.
Bases loaded now for Matthew Williams. He's 1 for 4 with a single.
The middle back to double play depth.
Williams late there, 0-1.
He said that's the first fastball I've seen all day. All the rest have been wrinkles.
Yep.
I've taken a whack at it.
Oh and 2.
I haven't seen any of these umpires like have a stopwatch in their hand. Do they enforce a 20-second rule, or do you know? I don't see anybody like.
Williams down on strikes for the third time.
Wow, they kind of gave up.
Catcher number 8, John Seibert.
All 2 down now for John Seibert. Seibert 1 for 4, an RBI single on a bases loaded situation. That was with 2 outs back in the 5th inning. When he laid down a beauty of a bunt, infield back. So let's see if they try a similar thing here. Ball 1 down low.
He says, "We got the lead. I'm hacking."
1-1, catching the inside corner.
Notice that the uniform's got the little NCAA patch on it. Not sure how they go about getting that on in a quick, but iron it on.
Yeah, I think they iron them.
No mama sewing them on anymore, huh?
A little too time consuming. Sharply hit to the left side. And they go the short way to second to retire the side. The Marauders tack another 2 on. And strand 2, it's a 4-run Millersville lead. We go to the top of the 9th with Charleston facing elimination.
Millersville on the bottom of the 8th, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. At the end of the 8th, Millersville 6, Charleston 2.
Top of the 9th inning, it's 9-1-2 due up for Charleston as the Mountain East champs find themselves 3 outs away from elimination.
Number 1, Griffin Adkins.
Griffin Adkins on to pinch hit here to lead off the 9th. Adkins a starter in game 1. Pinch hitting here in game 2 as ball 1 misses down low from Nate Young.
Who's he hitting for?
AJ Carosis.
Carosis.
And that one's driven into left center field. Bren Taylor over, so is Chase Simmons. Simmons in the gap, and he drops it on the warning track. Leadoff man in scoring position as Adkins strolls into second. And they'll give him a double. It was a long way to go for Simmons. He was sliding when he tried to come up with it. Leadoff double for Adkins. Also of note, Justin Taylor did come into the game and has taken over defensively at third base after Dale Hauser pinch hit for Keegan Soltis last inning.
Second baseman number 1, Drew Klassener.
Here's Klassener. 1 for 4, singled his last time up. This will be the 25th pitch for Nate Young.
It's Perazzi getting loose.
And a called strike, 0-1.
Trading runs for outs right here. Somebody just told me those NCAA patches were stick-ons.
Peel and stick, apparently.
Wow, peel and stick.
Not sure how that survives the wash, but down low, 1-1 now on Drew.
Wonder if they drop them off for the next team. My Nana would be sewing it on.
Popped up left side.
Stay in play.
Justin Taylor into foul territory.
Got blowed out.
And a big gusting wind, no real chance there for JT.
So we're to the top here. So we're at 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Right now.
Well, a quick shout out here for our production crew from today's doubleheader: Dylan Wiest, Katie McCarsky, Michael Zipkowski, and Josh Gearhart, all helping us out with production and camera work. Those 4 doing an outstanding job here throughout our doubleheader.
Nice job, ladies and gentlemen.
Long day in the sun. Dylan is quite burnt. He's put on sunscreen a few times. And a called strike 3 on Klassener. He's down for the second time. Third strikeout for Nate Young. Yeah, this is, obviously after graduation, students don't have on-campus housing right now, anything like that, so everyone coming back to work this regional is appreciated for the literal extra effort that was put into coming back and being a help over the course of these 3 days.
God bless them. So I just saw the catcher motion into the infield, throw it across, get the out.
Here's Dellerman, Mountain East Athlete of the Year, ball 1 missing away.
I know he's got Perazzi ready, but I think he's trying to have Nate for the number 2 and 3 hitter, but particularly with the lefty there.
Dellerman 4 for 5 earlier, 0 for 4 in this game, 3 flyouts.
Look at that front side all open. He's ready to go for it.
And he went for it with a drive to deep left field. Taylor gives it a look, and it is gone. A 2-run home run for Tyler Dellerman, his second home run of the doubleheader. For the Mountain East Athlete of the Year, that's his 19th of the season as RBIs 65 and 66 cross the plate for him.
It never easy. 6-4.
Adkins scores after leading off the inning with a double. And now all of a sudden it's a 2-run game and Kyle West at the plate.
Never easy.
Fouled straight back, 0-1. Andre Martinez on deck. West 1 for 4 with a single. Young now north of 30 pitches.
Hi, boy.
0-2.
I might throw that pitch 3 or 4 more times.
And keep going back to it.
Yeah. I mean, just keep it down, down, down. If he hits it, it's just going to be mashed into the dirt. 3. Sit
And
down.
strike 3 called on West. Strikeout number 4 for Nate Young and the Marauders. 1 out away from eliminating Charleston here in the opening day of the Atlantic Regional. Westchester won our game earlier by a final of 5-1. Millersville ahead by 2, and it's Andre Martinez at the plate.
I might have got Perazzi.
First pitch, down low, ball 1.
Nate's done a credible job. Somebody dropped something.
Yeah, just 2 hits allowed by Young. Both of them have come this inning. 4 strikeouts. And that one just missed. 2 balls, no strikes on Martinez. 1 for 4, singled his first time up. Outside, 3-0. Tying run in the on-deck circle. That's Clay Hale if Martinez can find a way to get on.
That was strike Nate. He might take 2.
Top of the zone, strike 1.
You got to take 2, right? Bus rides on the line here.
And the 3-1. In the air to right field, and it is Sam Morris who makes the catch after a 5-for-5 day at the plate. He records the final out in right field. Millersville wins this one by a final of 6-4. Charleston eliminated. Westchester beat them 5-1 earlier. Millersville now wins this one 6-4. And the Mountain East champions are done after 1 day of regional play, falling to 43-12 overall. Millersville goes to 41-8. That's the 20th win at Cooper Park this season for the Marauders. They're 20-2 here at home.
Well, we got through the game with just 2 arms, and that's good. So we got the whole bullpen, the whole staff.
Which we played at 1 p.m.
So
the Millersville Marauders and the Westchester Golden Rams.
I just wanted to hear the announcement. So we play tomorrow at 1 o'clock against Westchester. Who's pitching? Jury's out yet.
Yeah. Well, it'll essentially be a best-of-3 series. Both teams 1-0 after their wins today. Millersville and Westchester tomorrow at 1 p.m., and then this regional will wrap up on Saturday. Carson Kalina, the win here. He improves to 8-1 on the season after 6 1/3 of quality ball, allowing just 2 runs. Tad Dean takes the loss. He falls to 1-2 on the year. Your time of game is 2 hours and 50 minutes as we wrap up here. And
that's not too bad, 250, with all the pitching changes they put in and, a lot of hits. What do we got? We got 20 hits in the game, more or less?
25 total hits in this one.
Yeah, Sam got 5 of them.
Yeah, Sam Morris, the pick to click, paid off in a big way. 5 for 5, 4 runs driven in, and a run scored for Morris. Caulfield with 3 hits and a walk. He scored 3 times. Bren Taylor a run scored. Jimmy Losh a run scored and a hit. And an RBI from John Seibert down at the bottom part of the order for Millersville. And overall, just a real solid first game here in the Atlantic Regional. A nice job bouncing back after the first round bounce in the conference tournament.
Yeah, it looks like we don't have any injuries. I mean, I think Cole Hauser might be a little gimpy. But, at some point, I'm sure he'll get back behind the plate. And I think we're ready to go, get a good night's rest, get some food in them, hydrate them, and see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
And we'll be back on the air tomorrow at 1 as Millersville and Westchester face off, starting a 3-game set to determine who makes it out of this bracket of the regional and plays the last team from Seton Hill's portion of their Atlantic Regional. Well, a big thank you again to our production crew and our whole staff here at Millersville University as we wrap up Game 1, or Day 1, of the 2023 Atlantic Regional. For Bob Prelli and the rest of our crew, I'm Andrew Pawling, and we'll see you tomorrow at 1.